Hi, I'm Peter Buckley, King of the Journeyman, 300 fights. Here's a few of the tricks I learned to survive them 300 fights. Slipping the right hand and blocking the left hooks. By slipping hand, you're making them miss. As they're loud, you walk towards them, you walk them back, breaking the momentum up. And they get frustrated. And then you turn them, and you have a little walk round. Tread on the foot, and they get frustrated, they make mistakes. Leave the jab there, walk off, leave them standing there. Do little feints, bide a bit of time, keep walking off. Behind your shoulder, get nice and close, because they can't punch you if they're nice and close. Behind your shoulder still, grab hold of them, walk them back, hold them, buy some time. And start again, spin off, keep breaking the momentum up. Switch southpaw, and back again, but make sure you're behind your shoulder so they can't land that right hand. That's how I managed to have 300 fights and keep me good looks. I'm getting tired now.
From a tight defence, there are any number of counter-punches.
All out. They don't even bother with a count.
I'm Tony Bellew, the reigning British light heavyweight champion.
And I'm David Price, British and Commonwealth heavyweight champion.
So for me, the easiest punch to counter in boxing is the jab. It comes, parry, throw. Parry, throw. That's where we're at.
And for someone tall like myself, another option to counter the jab would be just a simple right hand over the top. So when the jab comes, I can come over the top with the right hand down onto the opponent's head.
With the right hand now coming into play, we'd look at doing something like slipping the right hand and drawing David's lead. So being a shorter fighter, I would have to stay tight and get inside. Come inside, go to the body, go to the head. It comes right across you, slip, body punch, head punch.
With Tony throwing the left hook, at that point, we can look at options to counter off a left hook, and one of them, for me, one of my favourites is just to catch the left hook and to fire back with my own, and block and fire, and you've got the momentum to turn the hook into the opponent, and your weight's right behind your shoulder.
Another one for David's size is a big factor when he fights, and his jab is a very good weapon. So as the jab comes, his eyes are on me, you bring the right hand over the jab. So you bring your head through and your right hand over the jab. We're now on counter punching to the body. It's a quite simple thing to do. David throws the right hook to the body, I take the weight of the punch and return the weight with your own weight of your punch. It also works off the left hand as well. You block, take the weight of the punch, return with the weight of your punch. It's a quite simple manoeuvre.
For me to counter a body punch as well, it leaves some good opportunities to land a good headshot, So if Tony was to come in with a simple jab to the body, I could take half a step back, and it leaves me the opportunity to land on Tony's head with a good headshot. He's leaning over his front foot, and it gives another good opportunity to counter the body punch, but to the head.
There are so many manoeuvres to make when it comes to counter punching, but the key is to stay versatile and to mix it up all the time.
Didn't see that one coming, did you?
Stay off the ropes is an age-old saying, but working off the ropes is an art form.
Good movement from Mitchell. The punches were scoring points, but they weren't doing damage, just moving with the shots.
The ropes can be used to draw opponents in, and as a support to counter from. And when a fighter wants to move away, he can spin off or turn his opponent.
I'm Brian Lawrence. I've been a professional trainer for over 30 years. I'm going to show you how you fight off the ropes. My right leg is back on the rope. I can feel the tension of the rope, so I know I can pull back if I need to. Although I've got my left hand down, I know I'm giving him the right hand shot, but I'm giving him that shot just so I can pull away and come over with a left hook. So I'm setting him up for that trap, but I'm comfortable on the ropes, so I'm used to sparring like this. Right, we're going to do a little bit of workout. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Pop! Come back with the left hook. So you've got to make them do this time and time again. There it is, and there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Pop, pop, pop. See the comeback shots. To move off of the ropes now, one thing you don't do is just jump quick off the ropes so you can walk into a big shot. A quick movement, a fighter who is quick and sharp can catch you with a big shot because you just dived off the rope. So you've got to be comfortable. So if I'm going to move off the rope for here enough, because I'm going to pull away and just slide away and come around. So if I'm moving away from any big shot he's going to throw. I'm here again, I'll come, slide around, and turn him around that way. Otherwise, if he comes in too close to me, coming close, then I'm going to try and turn him and come off the ropes.
The ability to box on the inside, known as infighting, is a deft art in itself.
Caught again there. Froch going with a couple of his own. Tries to bully Ward, but Ward's having none of that at all.
Holding, leaning on, pushing off, neutralising an opponent, and working inside is more than just a test of physical strength that it appears.
I'm Jamie Moore, and I was in British Fight of the Year 3 times. Infighting is it's an art in itself, and first of all, you've got to start from the outside, and you've got to get on the inside of the shots, and then as soon as you've closed that distance down, boom, 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 you can start getting the little shots off. So from this stage, you can whip them up, boom, whip them down, but it all comes from the feet. Everything comes from the feet, so you've got to rotate, boom, whip them up, boom, boom, down, up, down, boom, little chopping shots. So you're breaking your opponent down, slowly but surely. You've got to think about angles, you can pull the elbow, bump, little shots, bump, or you can whip them up the middle, bump, bump. But you've got to stay relaxed. If you're tense on the inside, you're going to get dragged about and you're going to get, jolted. So if you can get those little shots off on the inside, boom, 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 boom. See, a good body puncher has also got to be a good infighter. Obviously, again, using your feet, get that elbow, pull them round, boom, boom. So they're off balance. So they can't hit you, but you can get your shots off. Then come back down the middle, boom, whip the head up, boom, boom, downstairs, up, up. And it's about being persistent and breaking your opponent down.
Often likened to a game of physical chess, thinking boxers feint to force a reaction that they in turn can react to. Feints, essentially feigning an attack, force an opponent to react and reveal mistakes or patterns.
I'm Carl Froch, one of Britain's best ever super middleweights. So with the feint, where you're bringing your hand up to your head, basically you're making your opponent react. So if I'm throwing a fake, there's the feint. And what that's trying to achieve is, that's trying to achieve a reaction from your opponent. Now, when I throw that feint, the opponent's either going to bring his arms up or look to catch the jab, or maybe even throw a punch in response to the feint. So whatever my opponent reacts to my action, so I do the action, they react. However they react, I'm then learning something from my opponent. So if they reach out of a right hand, I'll know then to step to the side and throw a left hook. Or if they reach for the jab, if I'm jabbing, and they're catching it, and I throw a feint, and they reach to block, I could throw the feint, then the left hook goes in. So they reach for the block, bosh, the left hook hits them. So I'm basically just looking for a reaction from my opponent by feinting, and whatever they do, I've learned something from them. So the idea behind the feint, which is either that, or just simply your feet moving in, or even, that could be a feint. Anything that's going to get your opponent to react to what you're doing draws his lead, and then I'll react accordingly. So whatever he does, every action causes a reaction. And there's your feint, really.
Like art and music, once you learn the fundamentals, you can break some rules. Sometimes the benefits of trying something technically wrong outweigh the negatives. Dropping the hands to help find unorthodox angles to attack.
Hello, I'm Paul McCluskey. I'm a former undefeated European champion.